Welcome back to episode 7 of RandomScape Classic, where we're playing RuneScape Classic, but I've randomized the location of every NPC and monster in the game. Last episode we checked out the Grand Trinum Stronghold area and started training our agility. There was actually a thieving spot on the agility course, which was cool because getting some thieving levels and some GP to work with was on our list of things to do for sure. We also found one of the Melzar's Maze level keys from a zombie on the gnome ball field. We really need to keep a lookout for any rats that we see around, because a rat somewhere in the world is holding the key to get past the first floor of the maze, and I'm super curious about that. Which one's Farmer Brumty? I'm going to have a little conversation with this fella, because Farmer Brumty is not interested in speaking to me, unfortunately. Okay, so a couple of episodes ago we repaired the railings for the Dwarf Cannon quest, and we were going to head back to the Dwarf Commander, but he's actually at the bandit camp in the wilderness, so we've got some jogging to do, some shuffling to get there. So I'm thinking that we're going to pull the lever just over here in Ardy, and then walk down the west side of the wilderness. Holy smokes, it's Varrock the Explorer. This guy has the dusty key that we need to get into the end of Edgefield Dungeon. Look at Merlin, not Edgefield Dungeon, Tavaly Dungeon. Yeah, we kind of need to speak to this guy. So this is the Renaissance House from Plague City. We're kind of it's hard to keep track of where we're up to with all the quests, but we're kind of part way in. We need to find Omart, who's going to help us over the wall, maybe. I'm not sure if that's going to work. I also think there's supposed to be a scripted conversation to get us through the door, so that might be broken, but we'll see. This is cool. So there's now, remembering the Chaos Druids have been replaced with Blue Dragons. There's now a thieving spot here. You need like 82 or something to pick this door. Interesting spot, okay. Let's head on over to this guard and give him a pickpocket. Actually, we've been 1 or 0 prayer points for like 3 episodes now, and I really want to go and tag the altar just the other side of the river here before we pull the lever, because it seems like a good idea. Also, I guess I haven't really been prioritizing food. We should go and grab some cakes from the market stall while we're here as well. Just gonna get a little bit of GP from this guard as we pass. We're having terrible RNG with the pickpocket success. Let's try a little more. Leonella, I think she has some interesting stuff for us, right? We could really do with a better piece of armor. I know if just over the river in Ardy there's a guy who will sell us some rune pieces, but we've got some thieving to do before we get there. We really need to be in like the higher levels and start getting a better success rate before that's going to become feasible. Can we actually pickpocket this guard? Yes. Huh. So he's killable but not attackable. It's curious. Yeah, it would be nice to get into West Ardy, but the chances are looking kind of slim with the way things are being mixed up here. If we can kind of exhaust the options and prove that we can't get in there, then I'll consider teleporting us over the wall. But let's not cheat until we know that the randomization seed is truly cursed and we can't do it by normal means. Do you think if we come to this guy in slave robes and make jokes, he'll smuggle us into the tourist trap mine where we were stuck a couple of episodes ago, where we got this lovely eye patch? Okay, let's make a tactical stop here because I actually want to clean up the inn slightly by selling something, if possible. Is this a general store? Yeah. I'm gonna sell these rocks, which are actually worth something. Can't be sold in shops, that kinda sucks. Let's drop the rocks. And we may as well drop Galerial's Pebble, which sounds insane, but it turns out that the guy who drops it is literally right next to Galerial's tomb. Glory, I mean the guy who gives it to you, so we're not really missing much by dropping it. We can get one back where we need it, which is pretty cool. Right. Actually, I've just remembered also, sorry this is chaotic, but the archery store is around here, and I would like to replenish our stock of arrows because our range level is approaching a reasonable, useful amount, and there are a few things I want to try. For example, in the middle of Varrock, we've got the... He's in here, right? Hicton, yeah. In the middle of Varrock, we've got the dragon from Dragon Slayer. If I can range that, then I'm kind of curious to see what happens if we can safe spot it. So, okay, this is not the Melzar's Maze zombie. In fact, we already killed that zombie last episode, so I can safely skip these and close the doors so they don't bother us while we're archery shopping over here. So he does sell a better bow. Let's first buy 150 more arrows and an oak. Actually, I don't think there's such thing as ranged accuracy in Classic, right? I'm gonna swap anyway, but I think that the only reason to upgrade your bow is so you can fire better arrows. I could be wrong about that. Somebody will know in the comments, right? Let me know, am I right about how it works? Okay, back on track. Let's go make sure we use the altar and head over to the lever. See if we can get ourselves into the wilderness towards this quest. Is the altar safe? Reasonably safe. Did we kill this ghost once before? Can I range him from behind a bench? Oh yes. No. Okay. Yep. So we're going to tap this altar, grab some cakes from the market up here, and head back over the river to the lever. Okay, finally got prayer points back after like 3 episodes of being at 0 or 1. I'm sorry if maybe the way that I play is stressing some of you out. If you like to keep things nice and clean. I spend half an episode walking around with 11 HP and no prey, trying not to die. Okay, baby blues don't have fire, right? So it's not that dangerous for me to walk past. I think. Let's get some cakes need to stop off the rogue as well at some point. Now that we've got a decent thieving level, I need to get my lockpick. That's Ernest. Yeah, a chicken that's got no attack option. That's Ernest the chicken. I'm kind of curious if that quest is totally broke if he's not next to Professor Ottenstein. Meow. Okay, let's head to the wilderness. Push. So, how much do we need to save up to get a piece of rune armor from this guy? 50k, 64k, that's quite a lot. Yeah, lots of, there's definitely going to be a podcast kind of episode coming up of me just thieving for half an hour to make that kind of money. Right, I'll try to get away from this guy as quick as we can. Go. Maybe I should end an episode at some point at a thieving NPC, and then I can do like a short, which is a montage of me training thieving, sped up. Yes, please, don't show me this again. Alright, let's get out of here. Into the Scablands. Wayne in his chains. How's the RNG? Yes! The dice roll is on our side today. Sounds like my computer is going into airplane mode again. And I don't mean the internet is turning off, I mean it sounds like a plane. So, apologies for the interference. I'll try to speak louder and more clearly so that my mumbling isn't obscured by the fans quite so much. So, on the way over, we're going to get our first glimpse of Pirate's Hut would be the next obstacle. That's something that we need a lockpick for, actually. So, is it? Or is it just well... Anyway, we're going to get a glimpse of who's in there on the way past, and I think we're going to take the risk of peeping down into the members' dungeon as well, where the giants and such normally are, because I'm curious what's in there. Okay, fairly innocuous. I guess this is like a quest guard. Ooh, let's take a peep down the stairs. Please, no dragons at the bottom. Time to gamble. Oh god. Don't need a lad. Gnome trainer. Joe. It's pretty chill down here. Yeah, not too scary. Okay, that could have been a lot more dangerous than it was. So, yeah, as a recap, we're going... I'm going to head west and go over the ice plateau, I think. Farmer Brumty. Oh, is the wolves? The wolves have been replaced by Farmer Brumty. And there are some skeletons, right, which are down below. But there should be one skeleton roaming in this area, which has been replaced by... What is it with guys in brown shirts in the wilderness? The chemist. Okay. It's actually not very dangerous up here. Ah, no, this is interesting. Could this be the rat that we need from Elsa's Maze, which I keep speaking about at length? Let's see. It is! Happy days, there we go. The next time we're passing Melzar's Maze, we can check out the next level, which is pretty cool. They're all aggressive. Fantastic. Well, it doesn't hurt to get some levels on the way past. King and Arnold Shireen's up here. Will he give us the quest? No, he won't speak to us. How do you start Grand Tree? Is it speaking to Shireen? Maybe this is the Shireen that appears down in the dungeon, and so he's confused by our presence and he won't speak to us yet. I think JX have a habit of doing that when there's like multiple locations that you meet an NPC. It's a different NPC ID. It's actually a different NPC with the same name. And this, if you meet one kind of out of sequence, they just ignore you. As I think has just happened to us, because that should have been the quest start rate for Grand Tree. You just ask him, how's it hanging? And he says, oh, my tree, the stones. Reldo demons. We could check out KBD. Actually, I can pull the lever to get back out of KBD, right? If I go in. We see we know the KBD's running Lumbridge Castle. Is this a mistake? There's a lever to get out, right? It's gotta be. Otherwise we're gonna have to cheat. Yep, I'm going for it. Let's see who's the biggest boss of RuneScape. It's a Desert Wolf. Kind of disappointing. Another point, actually we haven't checked out the desert yet. I think it's Shanti himself, the guy, is in jail in Port Sarim, so there's a kind of a high chance that we're not going to be able to get through the gate, but the entrance, the Shanti Pass, without a little admin command help. But we can do that. You know, I think we're pretty sure that's going to be broke because all the Shanti assistants are running Barbarian Village and the Dwarf Mines as well. So we'll go take a look at who's been sent to the bandit camp, I guess, in the wilderness eventually. Not what am I talking about? The tourist trap, the mining camp in the desert. But right now we're headed to the bandit camp in the wilderness to try to continue the dwarf cannon quest. A strange twist of fates. I'm trying to get my bearings. We should be coming up to part of it. Where are we? So bandit camp is here. Yeah, we've also got these runes. Brother Kojo. Oh, Brother Kojo. This is the clock tower quest, which we actually have a good chance of completing because I believe Brother Kojo is the only NPC. In terms of quest interactions, quest steps. The rest of it is, okay, old monk, what can I do? We've just got to fix his clock rates by picking up items and using them on scenery. So down in his cellar, it could be guarded by all kinds of dangerous NPCs, which is going to be an interesting adventure actually. So clock tower. Not lighting up yellow, but I'm not really sure what's happening with my quest list. Are these weapon masters aggressive? I'll walk through here. Probably 53. I guess I'm more than double the combat anyway, so maybe not anymore. Okay, so episode 7, we still haven't got a quest point, however the odds of that are ever increasing. We're going to hand in a step of the Dwarf Cannon quest now. We've just started... We've just started ourselves the Clock Tower quest as well, I think, so it's possible we could complete that. It should be totally doable. All we've got to do is, like I said, move some cogs around, Possible actually, the bit with the rats might be messed up, the rat cages, but we'll go take a look. I'm curious what's down there in the dungeon. Anyway, so the dwarf commander is here. This has been a long time coming. Let's let him know that we've fixed the railings and we've done a good job. Hello. I thought it was going to say that I wasn't finished then. My dude, I have bad news about your card. Okay, we've checked. Hey mate, sorry, but he's dead. What? Aha, there we go. There was no one there, but this pile of bloody bones. Elap's son, kidnapped by the goblins. Okay, so we know what we're doing. Is this guy, his son, is it an NPC classic, or do we just like search a crate or something? Ooh, we're gonna have to check the guide on this one. That will be, I think, one for the next episode. Yeah, I'm gonna. So for that, we need to get back to the cave outside the fishing guild. Normally, and head down and try to retrieve this little kid. I'm gonna have to check the guide and see. Because I think in RS2 you search a container, right, and then you get like a dialogue that happens, and the kid's like, "Yeah, I'll come with you" or something. But in RSC, I cannot remember. We may actually run into a little snag because this kid, whatever his name is, could be hiding somewhere else in the universe. So for now, we are gonna head down. We're gonna head down to Varrock, and I'm gonna try to range the dragon from Dragon Slayer. That'll bring us into civilization and close to the rogue, which we would like to pickpocket anyway to get some levels and a lockpick as part of our thieving master plan. And then I may also return to Lumbridge or Falador to take advantage of some of the thieving opportunities which are present there. We're just going to take a little walk through the monastery of Clivet again as we head over there. Yeah, kind of stoked to get onto the it's this one, isn't it? This key to get onto the second level of Malzar's maze. The first level had the shield shop, Cassie, is it, from Falador, in there, and not much else of interest, so it'd be cool to see what's on floor number 2. We'd also like to train our melee stats up at some point. I think we're gonna have an episode of doing that at some point because I keep finding these 6 spots of blue dragons and stuff. And we're not really there yet, and we definitely. I guess it makes sense to kit ourselves out with at least a good weapon before we train melee because we're walking around with an iron battle axe. The only reason we have this is because there's an animated axe which spawns in Lumbridge that we killed because it was annoying and it was in the way. zombie headed thief. Thief. These guys can drop lore runes, I think, so I'm gonna kill him. Lore runes, please. What a catch. Okay, not this time. Oh, this chaotic episode has taken us all over the place. I found a bunch of decent training spots, but none with like aggression, which would be ideal, you know. To just sit back and chill, especially with an altar or something. Right, oh, huge chance of dying at this point. I need to think this through. Where is the bank? We've got a Balador will be the closest bank. We're gonna have to be very careful. I guess I can relatively safely approach from behind here. No, I can't. No, I can't. Okay. Can I range abuse? As in, like, walkable range abuse this dragon by standing over here and running away when it approaches to retaliate. This is incredibly dangerous, but we'll give it a go. Pew! Ah! Ah! Breathes fire at me. Is that just when I initiate combat? Yeah? Oh! This looks promising. He's not retreating. We're not doing any damage. Okay, he is retreating. It's a good thing we bought these cakes, eh? It could be that our 37 range is not quite enough to make a dent in the dragon defense. Over here, we should be safe. Well, oh god, it's so scary. Let's see. Okay, so we can hit. We can hit. So if we train enough, we can actually safe spot from this tile, it seems. Man, this is scary. Actually, I got quite a lot of experience of doing this ranging method, because I have my habit of making ridiculous accounts on the private server RSC Revolution. There's a Slayer skill on there, and I decided to make an account where I was only allowed to use ranged, which, remembering in Classic that you can't ranged in close combat, means that essentially I could never enter combat. If I did, I had to like type the fatigue command and just run away, like to try to keep 111. So I mean, you can get 99, not too bad, just because it takes a while, but just by safe spotting, ranging things over fences and so on. But I wanted to train the Slayer skill as well, which is a new thing in RSC Revolution, so I ended up... Is there a back in? No. Yeah, to train the Slayer skill, it really took some creativity, because you can't... obviously not everything has a great safe spot. I eventually worked out like a block list of tasks to block for one of the masters that lets you do a reasonable job, but super interesting journey. Actually got the account to 99 Slayer range, 99 range and 70 Slayer. It's just super slow. It took like 2 years or something on and off. But yeah, definitely an interesting way to play the game. I don't know. I never see anybody make videos about RSC Revolution. I guess it only has like 50, 70 players on at a time at the most, so that's probably mostly the like Probably like 20 uniques. But yeah, maybe someone might be curious to see what life is like as a 10 HP ranger doing Slayer. Anyway, that was a major aside. We got 32 batches now on the pickpocket, and that's insane. Just chill here and get 800 XP at a time. This might even be the fastest method, just to chill on men and never get caught. Like Personius K suggested in the comments on a previous video. But of course, it's probably worth the lack of income. What are we getting, like 3 GP per pickpocket here? But I guess pretty soon we can hit like 75 and get into the big bucks, so maybe this is the way to do it. Anyway, wow, what an episode. So to recap, we've just confirmed that it may be possible to kill the dragon from Dragon Slayer with range, but our range sucks and we're going to need to get way higher level for that to be feasible with the method of kind of tagging it, running away in the position that it's in the market. We've just got 32 successful pickpockets in a row, which is pretty crazy. We also found, we know we can get Melzar's Maze Key from a guy in Lumbridge Castle actually. We now have the key to get up to the first, as in second in US standard floor. The next floor, we've got a key for another floor, not sure if it's the next one, but be cool to check that out one day. And the quest for better armor continues. Someday we're going to have thieved enough GP to get there. But anyway, maybe this episode has gone on for long enough, so I think I'm going to call it there while I finish this thieving batch as we approach 67. So thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like, subscribe and share it with anyone else who you think may enjoy it too. Thanks for chilling with me, and I'll see you in a few days for the next episode.